Hello and welcome. In this video we are going to grade our students using the if function, so we shall use if as our formula. So in this column we have the names, here we have the marks, and in this column we are going to input the formula. So we start by typing the equal sign, then if in brackets this cell is greater or equal to 80, then the grade which is put under that is in the double quotes is A. So then we take the next if this cell is greater or equal to 75, then the grade is A minus. So we put A minus, and if it is that is if this cell is greater or equal to 70, the grade will be B plus. So to speed up the process, let me copy all these. So here we need to put a comma. So let me copy that up to there. So copy, so put a comma and we paste. Then this now will be a B, this will be a B minus, this will be a C plus, but we need to adjust the marks here. So this will be 65, this will be 60, this will be 55. So again we paste, and then the grade here will now be C, this one will be C minus, and this one will be a D plus. So the marks will be 50 for C, this will be 45, this one will be 40. So we are remaining with D, D minus and E. So we paste, and then we type in D, D minus, and this will be E. So then we adjust the marks. So this one will be 35, and for the case of D minus will be marked between 20% to 34%, and then the rest will be E. So all marks below that is all marks below 20% will be E. So then we start closing the brackets. So we need to check here and look at how the brackets are closing. So we start with the first one, so that one has closed. Then we go to the next one. If you check here, you will see brackets closing. So we close that one, so close that one is blue, close that one, close, then we continue closing until we get to the end, the black bracket. So then we enter. So I told there is a problem with the formula, so let us check here. So in the last one we can as well say that if if C2, that is this cell here, is less than 20, then the grade is E. So just put an E there. And then we close the brackets and enter. So there is still a problem. So that is there is a comma here. We've forgotten to put a comma here. So then we enter. So that is it. So 75 gives you an A minus. Then we select this cell and place the cursor here and double click to get the grades for these other marks. So let us double click, and that is it. So that gives you the grade for these other marks. So if you type here any value, so you get the grade here. So let's say it is 25, so that is D minus. Let's say it is 47, so you get a C minus. Let's say it is 69, you get a B. And if this is 90, so you get an A. So that is how we grade using the if function. So let me call this cell if function. So that is if function is for that particular sheet. So we can change the color for that sheet, where we can give it maybe a black, and then we get another worksheet. So this worksheet now we shall call it VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP, and maybe we can give it a color, so that is red, and maybe another worksheet. So this one we can call it VBA, and maybe we give it a different color. So let us select green, and those are the worksheets. So we go now to VLOOKUP. For VLOOKUP, we shall copy some details here, like the serial, the marks, and the name. So we paste here. So for the VLOOKUP, we are going to get a table here, which will be our reference table. So in this table we shall have marks and the grade. So we start with 0, 20, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, and then 70, 75, and then 80. So here we have grade E. This is D minus, D, D plus, C minus, C, C plus, B minus, B, B plus, A minus, and A. So we shall use this table to get grades here. So let me increase the font for this so that we can see clearly. So in this column I'm going to type the grade. Then we shall put equal sign, then we type the word VLOOKUP. So that is press tab key to get VLOOKUP. Then as you can see here, you're told to get the lookup value. So the lookup value is the mark. Then comma, you go to the table array. So the table array is this table here. So select up to here and then use F4 to fix the cells so that the cells don't change. Then comma, so VLOOK, the column index, that is this one, is now the grade here. So in this column, in this table array, we have two columns. So this is the first column, so it is column index number 1, and this is column index 2. So therefore we type 2 and then we close, and that is it. So that is the grade. And then here again we double click to get the grades for other values. So that gives you the grade. So you can type here to get grades for other values. You can type 90, you can type 75, you can type here maybe 22, 22, you can have 32, you can have 56, maybe 56, and so on. So that is how we grade using VLOOKUP. So now I want us to proceed and carry out the same exercise, but this time we shall use the VBA. So we copy the that is this table here. So copy and paste. So then we delete this part where we have the grades. So we are now going to go to the Visual Basic application, otherwise known as VBA. So to go there, you press Developer tab, then Visual Basics, then Insert Module. Then here we can just type sub, that is sub means subroutine. Then we type grades. You can even type anything here, so I've decided to type grades, then enter. So within here we shall now type the macro code. So we are going to use the function which will give us the variables grade and mark. So we type function, then write grade, type grade in brackets. You can type by val or by value, marks. So here we shall put the condition that if marks equal to 80 or equal to empty cell, then what happens? So the grade will be an empty, because that cell will not be having anything, so it will return empty. So then we say end if, but we continue getting other conditions. So here we shall type else if marks is greater or equal to 80, then the grade becomes, so the grade will be A. And then we shall repeat for the rest using this statement. So copy, that is Control C, to paste is Control V. So this will be now equal to 75, and the grade here will be A minus. So let us copy this too. So Control C, then Control V. Then we adjust the marks. So this one will be 70, this one will be 65, and this will be B plus. So that will be B plus. This will be B. So we copy all these. So copy and paste. Then we adjust from here. So this will be 60, this will be 55, this will be 50, this will be 45, and the grades will be B minus, this will be C plus, this will be C, and this one will be D plus. So we are remaining with the D, D minus, and E. So we copy only up to there. So copy, then paste. So that is, else if marks is 35. So the grade here becomes a D. Else if mark is 20 and above up to 34, so the grade will be D minus. So anything below 20, so here we shall adjust and put anything that is less than 20 will be E. So you put E there, and that completes our macro code. So we shall go to the worksheet environment to check whether this macro code is running properly. So in the macro code, that is in the worksheet environment, we shall type the word grade. So let us go to the worksheet. So here you will enter equal, then type grade, so it will appear. So grade, so you can see there, then press the tab key once you see this grade, and then select 75, then close brackets and enter. So that gives you A minus. Then here double click to get other grades. So as you can see, those are the grades. So if you type anything there like 80, so the grade change. If you type, let's say 44, so you have so 44 is supposed to be a D plus. So let us check the worksheet and see whether we typed correctly. So it is here. We said 55 is C plus, 50 is C, and this one is supposed to be a C minus. So this is supposed to be 40. So this is 40, and this is a D plus. So therefore this should be 35, and this is a D. So we still need one more. So that is here. Copy this one and then paste. So this should be 20, and here we have D minus. So let us go back to the worksheet and check again. So let us update that one and enter. So you can see the grade changes to D plus, and that is how we grade using the Visual Basic application. So thank you for watching my video, and see you in my next videos.